Artificial intelligence was not surprisingly a hot topic at this fall's Health USA 2025 event in Las Vegas. The NYSE was on the ground, and the exchange's head of U.S. capital markets, Bonnie Hun, spoke with Kristen Scholler about the technology's growing presence in healthcare. Take a listen.
I've spent a lot of my career on the technology side, but what I'm really seeing is the integration of technology into healthcare. And I would break it down in a couple of different ways. I think about that first and foremost, we all are seeing the evolution and the speed of which AI is being really incorporated into everything. And by no means, healthcare is out of that. And when I think about what that looks like, I think about that first and foremost from a research and development perspective, and how that AI can really help with drug development, especially in life sciences. The second place I see where this is really, really benefiting is around the data collection in terms of the delivery of the services of healthcare and making sure that it is much more personalized and really targeted, and that the medical teams and experts are really armed with that data and that analysis to best serve the patients, so that we as the consumer can live a better life, can have a longer life, and absolutely a healthier life. And so again, that's what's exciting to me about what I'm seeing here on the floor in Vegas.
It does seem like the quality of care can greatly improve with technology.
Absolutely. And you should mention that because as I'm walking through, you're seeing these amazing companies where they're private, like Aura, that's doing some really cool things and really diving deeply into the healthcare space with their technology, or folks that we're very familiar with, such as Hinge Health, and what they're doing to kind of change how people are dealing with MSK issues.
Yes, Hinge Health, of course, going public on the New York Stock Exchange earlier this year in 2025. What has that meant for capital markets?
They went in May of this year, and it was really shortly after the Liberation Day. And amazing. This is an amazing story in the sense of, again, combining the world of technology and AI with healthcare. And certainly with their after IPO performance of now up 56% since their debut has really kind of fostered additional investment and additional interest that I'm sure company or investors are willing to take that risk on for future healthcare tech companies that want to think about the public markets.
I spoke to Hinge Health CEO Daniel Perez here on site earlier, Bonnie, and of course, he's optimistic about the growth as well. Let's talk more about growth because we're speaking now in the fourth quarter of 2025. As we look to 2026, what can our viewers expect?
Great question, given that right now, unfortunately, there's no real IPOs happening because of the government shutdown. But we know that will pass, and we have an amazing pipeline that is going into what's going to be remaining for this fourth quarter. But more importantly, as I mentioned, because the IPOs have been performing this year, and specifically around healthcare tech or even technology in general, what I'm seeing is a really nice buildup of more technology IPOs looking and testing the public markets. And we are so excited to be welcoming those next generation of innovators and entrepreneurs to the New York Stock Exchange.
Absolutely. Technology is the theme. We see it at the New York Stock Exchange, and we see it here on Cited Health.
Absolutely. And again, I think about technology in terms of how it can really help, change the way we live, change the way we work, and more importantly, change the way we do things on a day-to-day basis.